It is getting hot out there, so today I'm going to give you my 3-strategy approach for beating the heat. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Robin with Creativity RV. I hope you're all doing well out there. As you can see, I'm here in my van. It's about 11 o'clock, and today it's going to be blazing hot. But right now, I'm pretty comfortable, even though all my fans are off, so I can film this video. Why? Because I got ahead of the heat, and I'll explain that to you when I go through strategy number 1. You might not know that I've had 6 different rigs in 9 years on the road, and those go all the way from a B plus to a C, truck camper, a fifth wheel with massive windows that let in a ton of heat, all the way down to my van. Whatever you're in, you have to have a strategy to beat the heat unless you have a hookup. And I am a boondocker. So whether you're, stealth camping in a city or you're boondocking, dry camping, disperse camping, if you don't have or you don't want to pay for an electrical hookup, I got you covered with today's video. So strategy number 1 is to get ahead of the heat. You can see behind me here is the sunny side of my rig, but I have all of this closed off. This is a blackout curtain, and then I also have blackout shades on the sunny side driver's door and also in the front. I have ones that are cut specially for my ProMaster, so they fit right up in the windshield, but I haven't always done that. In the past, I've used Reflectix. You can get a roll of that, like I'm sure a lot of you have. And I did a video on beating the heat, I don't know, like 6 years ago, where in my B+, I actually got a blackout curtain and hung it from command hooks. And I measured the difference up in my cab compared to the back. And the blackout curtain made about a 15-degree difference. It is really amazing how much cooler your rig will be if you black out the sunny side, but only if you get ahead of the heat. So what I do is, the night before it's going to be hot, when I go to bed, I open up all of the windows. And then I use my 2 max air fans in the ceiling to pull in as much of the cool air from outside as I can get in here. If you don't have ceiling fans, just put some little portable fans in your windows to pull all of the cool air in from outside. What you want to do is get it as cold in your rig as possible. Now, if you get chilly, put on a sweater. Get under your comforter. It's a lot easier to do that than it is to cool down your rig after it's already hot. So in the morning, when I get up, the first thing I do is I immediately shut all of the windows that have airflow on my driver's side, and I make sure that all my blackout element is in place. What I don't want is to pull any hot air in from the sunny side because it's a lot hotter. I pull the air in and I leave the windows open on the cool side. When I was new on the road, I used to keep all the windows open and all the fans going, and all I was doing was recirculating the hot air from outside in my rig. I found it's much better to just keep the windows open on the shady side, keep everything else blacked out, and always I try and use strategy number 2, which is to point the nose of my rig southwest. Now, most of us have our patio on our passenger side of our rig. Like my fifth wheel had these massive windows, but they were all on the passenger side. If I pointed north in that rig, I had sun blazing through my windows all day. If you point your nose southwest, that's going to give you the biggest area of shade throughout the day on one side of your rig. That does 2 things. First of all, you don't need an awning if you don't want to pull it out or use one. And second, it keeps all of the passenger side of the rig in the shade, so you can pull that air in with your fans. The 3rd strategy is to have the right gadgets to cool you down and to use them in the right way. So I'm going to show you what gadgets I use right now. Okay, here are the gadgets that I use. I am going to put all of these in one Amazon list. I'll put the link below so that you can find these. Now, like a lot of you, I have little mini fans, but mine are a little bit different and I use them in a different way. But first, let me show you this fan. I just got this. I actually got 2 of them. I bought the first one and was so in love with it, I got a second one. This is a fan that is used for cabins on cruise ships. It's got a little magnet right here, so you can hang it from the ceiling. But what's cool is I got this to use outside while I was sitting in my chair because I could just pop it up on the outside of my van. But I found that this thing will stick to so many things in my rig like this. And it's got a light and a timer. The only thing this doesn't have is a remote. I wish it had a remote, but I can hang this from the front of my TV. I can hang it from here, and I can hang it in my vortex, and that is part of this strategy. So let me show you that right now. I'm now up on my bed, and you can see one of my little magnetic fans is on one wall over here, just sticking to the metal. Up above, you can see that I used to have a hook up there that broke off. I have to take that off. But before I had the magnetic fans, I just did this with command hooks. So if you don't have this type of fan, you can do that too. So I've got one here. I've got one there. I have another hanging fan here. And I'm going to exhaust the hot air, which rises from the Max Air fan. So I know this is noisy now, but what I've done here is I've created a vortex of airflow. And you can see these windows are blacked out where sun might get in. And then over here, I have the cool forest side window open. And I can sit in here even in this city and be pretty comfortable, even when it's 100 degrees outside. I would prefer to be in the forest hanging from a hammock and looking at a sunset. But sometimes you can't do that. And so you have to have strategies like these to get through the summer. I also like to keep just some cooling face spray in the refrigerator. So this is cold and I can spray my neck or my face with it. It's very refreshing, cools you off. And if things get real bad, I use this neck fan. So this goes around your neck and blows on you, and it literally saved my bacon out there. And so if things are bad, and if I'm stuck in a city on some asphalt and my regular strategies aren't getting it done, the neck fan is great. One of my family members got me this little roller. It's meant to help with injuries, and you can keep it in your freezer. Well, I keep it in my refrigerator and put it over my skin. And finally, I have a little mini swamp cooler air conditioner. Again, I'll put the link for this below, and don't forget to watch on Tuesday because I'm doing my Prime Day special, and I'll tell you if this is on sale. You can see it's run by USB. It has to be plugged in. I put a little bit of water in just to demonstrate it for you guys. But the air comes out from here. And I found that it really works best if you put a fan in front of it so the fan can oscillate the cool air that's coming out. Now, I'll tell you guys, I am on my 3rd one. I have had to rebuy this every year because they only last about a year. But it's totally worth it. So when it gets really hot in here, I pull this out, I put it on max, which I just did now. I shut all the windows, even on the cool side, and I hole up in here with the window shades and this and a fan blowing it around, and it will cool my entire van off. I hope all of you found this helpful. I'd like to say a thank you really quick to Ava on the road, who gave me the idea for this video on Patreon. If you guys have some other strategies that I have not put in this video, please put them in the comments down below. And I'll see you all soon with a brand new video. Until then, everybody out there, have happy travels, stay cool, and be free.